guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with
Marcus,
and we're going to be talking about people who are anti-America and hate living here despite never leaving.
4th of July, I don't know her. We're not doing Independence Day this year. We're extending Pride Month until July 4th instead. No stars and stripes, just rainbow flags. The hot dogs can stay too.
Naturally she'd say that, but yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. They want a Pride year. They have a Pride year.
Right, they already have so much.
I don't know what else you want.
Does she know that LGBT people are also under the American flag?
No, I think she thinks they have to be separate, right? So Americans, and if you're LGBT, you're above. So it's like you're your own class.
But then you're not American anymore?
I guess you're not American.
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like it makes more sense to have the American flag because we're in America. Not everybody is LGBT in America.
Dear America,
we regret to inform you that the 4th of July has been canceled.
Due to the lack of freedom,
lack of autonomy, lack of expression,
and a lack of democracy.
That's
Just
funny.
the fact that you can make this video in America proves that you have your rights, you have your freedom of speech for now, but the left doesn't want that anymore, but that's another thing.
sincerely, women,
black people,
LGBT plus children,
and all other minorities.
That's very creepy.
That was so
He said that in a creepy way.
You know, we literally, for your video that we just filmed, right, we have Jamie Lee Curtis showing her merch, threatening people if they don't respect your pronouns, or the whole trans genocide that no one seems to, be able to prove that is happening.
Right.
And somehow they are oppressed, according to these people.
Right.
And that's why we can't celebrate 4th of July. Here is a woman on TikTok talking about why she hates America.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
things I hate about America after spending lots of time overseas, part 1. This one might piss people off, but the patriotism. A flag on every single street is just simply unnecessary. Push this American agenda on everyone who lives here so hard, and when we go to other countries, it's just not pushed that hard. When you go other countries, they just...
Like in Denmark, do you think, though, there's less flags and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't see it on the porch. You don't know.
right. I feel like here, yes, we have a lot of flags, but it also depends where you go. I feel like if you go to the south, for example, you'll see more flags. But I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't know why she's so upset about having an American flag up when you're in America.
It is just her perception of the flag.
Yeah.
Because the flag could mean anything.
It's probably what she thinks the flag symbolizes into internalized American phobia.
Yeah.
Internalized Americophobia?
Yeah.
Probably.
US phobic.
US phobic?
English language obsession. Yes, I'm not an idiot. I know that English is the language of America. But at the same time, don't you think it's a problem that almost 80% of America, of our country, literally only speaks English?
Would she say that about other countries? Would she go to like an African country and said, "Oh, you don't know any other languages? That's not good."
I actually think, yes, when you go to other countries, like when I've traveled, a lot more people know another language. Like they'll know English and their language, and sometimes even a third or fourth language. I think that's very admirable, and I think we could probably benefit from that. The education here isn't great. But I think her point, like, I don't know why she's so upset. Like, oh my God, you know English? You like the American flag? You live in America? Like, yeah. Like,
So
we're
what?
Americans. Like, I don't know what language should we be speaking?
And you're just lucky. The reason why 80% only speak English is because it's a known language.
And they probably don't go outside of the country a lot. That's probably one of the reasons too. Because
This is a huge country.
It's a huge country, yeah.
At the bare minimum, we should be taught on a much higher level at least 1 or 2 other languages. And
I agree with her here.
But don't you already like have Spanish in school or no?
Not everywhere, but I just feel like in general the education could be better. I feel like, yeah. I just don't agree with her on the flag thing.
No.
I don't know why that bothers her so much.
No.
Yeah.
because we as Americans, when we go to other countries, what language do we expect them to speak? Always English. Always.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not. I'm not going to get mad at someone if they don't know English when I'm visiting their country. I think that's very silly.
If you're American and you think America's the best country in the world, can you please give me a genuine reason why?
I don't know how many times we got to tell y'all, America is a third world country in a Gucci belt. We hate it here too. Like, we don't want to be here.
Like,
Who's we?
Yeah, who's we? Speak for yourself.
It doesn't look like you're on a plane.
No, he's
You look
just
really
chilling.
comfortable.
He looks comfortable. True.
The people who actually America the most and think that it's like this place on earth, in my opinion, are typically the ones that could never live outside of it. are the ones that literally you cannot imagine anywhere else except the American construct. Right.
But that's also one of the beautiful things about America is that it allows people like that to form those illusions.
Oh, sure. I mean, they're free to have whatever dumb opinions they want.
Yeah, because you have the freedom to be stupid.
Yeah,
Wow.
I feel like that's what it comes down to too, is a lot of people here are very coddled and they're very privileged, honestly. A lot of people take everything for granted, living here for granted.
You hate your country, but you wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
Because you're too sensitive.
Right. Yeah.
I just don't get it.
I think it's just a trend of hating on America and saying everything is racist. Like, I think over the years, you can't celebrate 4th of July. You can't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can't celebrate anything.
Flag.
You can't celebrate the flag. People burn the flag. I don't know if you've seen those videos. People are burning the flags, especially on 4th of July.
Do you think Americans know that everyone hates them? Do you think they know? We don't talk about it nearly enough.
I feel like it's because it's a competition or something. Like,
I mean, maybe on the 4th of July they get a little... I mean, when I've been to the UK, when I went to the UK, I feel like they always talk, Americans are all very chatty and most of them are all fat. And I mean, of course there are stereotypes for a reason, but there are many states, there are many different people, and I don't think it's right to generalize an entire country, right? So, I don't know. They do say that though. Or that we're like overly energetic, which to me, it's like, they say that.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah, so to me it's like, oh, okay.
Americans are very loud, but that's because I don't know a lot about the UK, but I mean in Denmark and Scandinavia, we're really quiet, very polite, and like we don't want to cause scenes everywhere.
And I like that.
Yeah.
Right? I do like that. Yeah.
It's the European in you.
Yeah.
And also fat and stupid and racist, and we're not racists like Americans are racist.
I'm curious what you think about this. What have you heard in terms of America? Like coming from people in Denmark?
Even though a lot of young people travel to the US as exchange students and stuff, and we do watch all of your movies, listen to all your songs and TV shows. Denmark, where I'm from, they hate the US.
They hate the US.
Like, very similar to what we're reacting to. And I remember being in school, I wasn't taught to hate America, but I was taught...
Like we are here.
Right. But I was taught, like, how... I mean, my teacher was talking about your Second Amendment, and I remember getting scared because I wasn't that old, and, you know, hearing about all the mass shootings, I'm like, that's horrible, like, you're a scary country.
Right.
Like what he said, a third world country in the Gucci Belt.
Right.
That's how I was feeling after being exposed to something so inappropriate, in my opinion.
Right.
Because you don't look at the big picture.
You don't.
It's stupid to teach children how to hate Americans, especially when they're not American.
Free? I hate it here. Well, then why don't you leave? Why don't you go to the Middle East?
Oh my goodness. Okay, when I was in Korea for like 4 months studying abroad, at first I was really like, America sucks, because at that time I really hated Trump, and I thought that he was tearing America apart. I thought he was going to get us into a war with North Korea, when in fact he actually made peace with them, which was very surprising. But anyway, I started off hating the United States when I went to South Korea, and then during the middle of it, I found myself chanting USA. I started getting homesick and missing America, missing everything about it. I really feel like it's people who have never been outside of this country who really hate it. And you know what? I wish that they would get out of this country.
I feel like it's that saying, you think the grass is always greener on the other side, right?
I feel the same way when I'm here. Like, I love the United States, but at the same time, it's so different.
Right.
So it makes
You get,
me
like,
love...
homesick.
Yeah, but it makes me also love my own culture.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with being proud of where you grew up, like your country, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know why that triggers
You can do
people.
both. You can love another country you don't live in and visit or want to move to, while loving your own culture and country at the same time.
Exactly.
The opportunities here are endless. Yes, we have racism. Yes, we have problems. But name me one country that doesn't have racism, and name me one country that doesn't have problems. Oh, I'll wait.
If you celebrate the 4th of July, don't talk to me. What are we celebrating? The freedom for white, straight men? A country that still doesn't accept everyone? A country that has race issues, LGBTQ issues, and sexism? we can't even get a good government, for God's sake, whatever that means.
We can't get a...
I mean, we don't have a good president, this is true. That's used against them if you're a white, straight man. Because then your opinion is not valid. This is a poll, and it shows us that 16% of Gen Z is proud of living in the United States. Oh, they're criticizing the country, but then they're saying, oh, but we can't be proud of the country. I feel like, yes, you can be proud of this country and where you're from, while still admitting that there are problems. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you, Marcus, for being here.
Thank you.
And make sure to subscribe to him. Where can people find you?
YouTube, Marcus Deep, and yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you guys. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.